get better as time go up.
I'm glad you brought that up. Glenmuir's attack has been in what I'd call it top form. 21 goals from Orion Watson alone. How do you keep that momentum and sharpness for a game of this magnitude?
It's a team effort. He's the one who is finishing off the moves, but the team has been supporting him in terms of giving the ball in spaces that he can score. And we look forward to that continuing. He's also contributing as best as possible also in terms of stopping teams from building up and trying to create chances from deep. So it's really been a team effort.
And as it relates to today's matchup, the last time both teams met, you edged them in the results. How do you ensure that your players manage the pressure and remain composed in front of goal?
There's no pressure for us. The expectation is that we perform, and they are comfortable in terms that they have full, compliance or full understanding that they have been prepared well. They have also prepared themselves mentally and physically for this game, and this is just one step along the journey.
All the best today, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, you've heard it from both head coaches, and now it's time for the football action. So will the advantage of being at Manchester High help the boys, or the experience of Glenmuir High give them the advantage once again? Well, you're going to hear from me at halftime, but I'm going to hand over to my commentary team of Giovanni Brady and Lyle Anthony.
Good afternoon to our viewers and welcome to this final match in the round of 32 from Group 5, where the teams progressing may already be decided, but are still a top of the table spot to play for. Manchester High are the competition's outstanding team this season, yet to drop a single point, but they come face to face with their biggest test yet against Champions Cup holders Glenmuir High. I'm Anthony Golding, and I'll be taking you through this alongside a fresh face in the commentary booth this season, Mr. Giovanni Brady, who has swapped the pitchside studio for the commentary microphone this afternoon. Mr. Giovanni, how are you doing?
Very good to be here with you, Lyle Anthony. Very interesting game we have coming up. Manchester High School, Glenmuir, as you just mentioned. Manchester perennial top dogs in Manchester, but wanting to prove that they can be perennial top dogs in the Costa Cup. I'm very excited.
Indeed. And we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll have all the action live and exclusive here on CVM TV. Back after this.
Heroes Weekend, Sunday, October 19. The only place to be is Sabina Park for a rise to the occasion with Sizzla Kalungi. Get your tickets at Gina's Pharmacy, Portmore, Fesco, Ferry, Beechwood Avenue, and Stony Hill. Signature Style, Central Plaza, Halfway Tree, Wicks by Gray, McMaster, Super Center, Kaya Herb House, Kingston, and St. Anne. Or online at risetotheoccasionlive.com. Pre-sale tickets $6,500 General, VIP $13,500.
Rise to the occasion. Look at yourself and say you're strong. No one can stop you.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi, brought to you by Grace, Singer, and Islandnet Services.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
It was one of those moments that defined his sporting career. He was on his way to the global stage in any of two disciplines. As a schoolboy at the famed Monroe College and a graduate of the University of the West Indies Mona campus, things were heading in the right direction for Shaun Andre Morris.
Well, at the age of 10 years old, I went to Monroe College and I aspired to play football. I used to be a cricket player because my father was a very good cricket player and he taught me the rudiments of the game in cricket. However, when I went to Monroe College, I adapted to football and also to hockey. And I achieved greatly in those two sporting disciplines.
Shaun found his sporting discipline that would make him a household name at the age of 30, and that was playing the game of golf for the first time. His rapid improvement was just as impressive, and it wasn't long before he was playing the game on the global stage for Jamaica.
So after taking up the game at 30, in 4 years after being self-taught, I had no professional help. I read a lot, I watched a golf channel, and I put to practice what it is that I believe that could help me in the game. So what happened is that I employed some of what I learned through literature and through media. And so what happened is that I rapidly got a lot of information, which I went to the range and to the golf course to practice. And in 4 years after taking up the game, after hitting the golf ball for the first time, I made a national team, represented the country in 2004 in the Bahamas. And from then on until current, I have been a national player.
He dominated the local circuit, winning major titles and also enhancing his craft at the Florida State competitions. But so rapid was his progress that he began to suffer from injuries and had to have surgery on his back.
I must tell you, I must be honest with you, that half of the belief came from the fact that I was also a member of the Florida State Golf Association. And I have made it to the Florida State Championship amateur round 3 years in a row from 2016 to 2019 before COVID came. It gave me the belief that I was, yes, a good top quality golfer who can compete with these college kids overseas. It gave me the confidence, it gave me the drive, and then I was national champion in 2016.
It was probably the most nervous he had ever been on the greens when he heard the national anthem being played.
First time I heard the national anthem, it is very nostalgic. I feel it right now. I heard the national anthem play when I was asked to rise in the congregation. A member of the national team of Jamaica, and I heard the anthem sing. It was tear-dropping. I wore the colors since then with high pride and high dignity. Playing Herman Cup and playing for Jamaica is one of the highlights of my sporting career. And I must tell you that it was a joy to go out there and compete, but it was very nerve-wracking.
So what is Shaun Andre Morris doing these days?
I'm still plying the trade of golf. I'm steeped in construction technology.
And that's it from another edition of Where Are They Now? Until next week, same time, same place.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CBM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Every dream conquered is another dream game. I land and I fly again like a jet plane. Headed straight in your direction. 'Cause I'm wiser, one step closer. I'm winning 'cause I work so hard. And the music hits I play, and the people them I say we are my show tonight. Oh, what a feeling! Don't stop dreaming. Keep on believing in the power of the feeling. Whatever you want, take a chance. Song in your heart, step in your dance. You got the spark, don't fit the dark. Shine your lights
love to see. They may be rivals, but the camaraderie is what it's all about. Can't wait for the final.
Hi, I'm Druselle Mills and this is Watch the Weather Hurricane Tips. Today we're looking at flooding, one of the most serious threats during the hurricane season. It often follows the persistent rainfall that comes with the passage of a hurricane or even a tropical storm, and at its worst has the power to claim lives. So while strong winds often captures the headlines, it is flooding that can leave the deepest scars on the communities. So, 1. If you live in a flood-prone area or a structure most likely to be affected by heavy winds, don't wait until the appointed time to evacuate. Evacuate once a warning is issued. It's better to be safe than sorry. 2. Avoid driving, swimming and walking through flood waters due to hidden dangers, contamination and a high possibility of being swept away. 1 foot of moving water can sweep away a vehicle, and even 6 inches of water can knock you down. 3. If you happen to be stuck in a flooded area, move to higher grounds immediately, followed by calling your nearest police or fire department for help. 4. Store birth certificates, IDs, and other important documents in waterproof elevated containers in case your home is flooded. 5. If you are lucky enough to have electricity during a hurricane, once floodwaters begin to enter your house, unplug all electronics and switch off the main breaker. Please do not touch wet electrical equipment.
Watch the Weather is brought to you by Farco.
Farco, tough solutions for tough problems.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
A mammogram can shape your motherhood. The Jamaica Cancer Society, helping women now. Visit the website at jcs.live. Early detection saves lives.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi, brought to you by Grace, Singer, and Island Services.
It's time.
Welcome to High School Pitchside. We have another fascinating episode for you.
More matches, more big clashes.
Let's talk about some of the big rivalries coming up this week.
More of your favorite features.
And trust me, you won't fall asleep in this history class.
And of course, we always want to hear from you.
Hear from your alma mater's players and coaches in Team Talk.
You know we can't leave you out. So send us your messages on social media and watch us react on FanView.
And you know we love a good little debate, right, Gio?
We've got you covered all season long on High School Pitchside.
High School Pitchside, your ultimate guide to all things schoolboy football, Thursdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
His love for the sporting discipline that made him an outstanding student athlete came during his teenage years. He was, however, hell-bent on excelling in his chosen discipline despite the odds: water polo. This extraordinary individual is Darren Ray Donaldson.
My favorite sports were swimming and football. From a young age, I like to swim. I've been swimming since around like 2. My parents just already threw me in that sport, and from then on it's just been from there. I've always been in the pool. It started from summer camp after prep school, where a coach, or one of the coaches actually from here, were doing like a water polo camp, and they teased me saying that I wasn't good. So from there, I was very competitive. Well, I still am very competitive. So I took that as to I want to be the best.
He was simply exciting to watch with an elegance that took him to the top. He was soon made captain of the Wolmer's High School boys team that won 3 consecutive ISSA championships.
Overall, it was really good. It was really fun. I was proud to represent my school. It was a good moment where we finally took that crown away from the previous winners.
His rapid progress gained him selection on the national team for several major championships. What was it like for him wearing the national colours on the global stage?
It was, if high school was hard work, representing the national team was hard work was the lifestyle. Every day, wake up, train. Obviously, you deal with the tertiary level education or work or whatever you have to deal with, but it's always hard work, dedication, and just focus on a particular goal that the coach set out for us.
The sport has been good to him since being a teenager, and the highs and lows have made him the person he is today.
There was I won't say a lot. There were some downs, and you just have to work through it. But for the most part, I'd say it's successful. If I could go back, I think I'd be even like more of an animal, more of a beast, because now I know, now I understand what it takes. I won't have those same nerves when I just got onto the international stage. Now I know that I have to do things this way, I have to train things this way. Now that I have more, stable body parts, my knees won't give out in certain areas or less injuries. I can go a lot harder than I did before.
For a country that is not known as a major force in water polo, Darren's feat is just extraordinary, particularly on the international stage as a player and referee. But what is he doing these days?
Film industry. So when it deals with like production or in front of the camera or commercials or anything like that, that's where my interest is right now. But I would also like to go back to referee school to maybe referee a couple international matches.
That's it for another edition of Where Are They Now? Until next week, same time, same place.
With the bus, the man, I want to watch my son play finals on CBM, you know.
But mums, you can't watch it on CBM website, man.
Greatness begins here.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CBM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
This Heroes Weekend, Sunday, October 19. The only place to be is Sabina Park for a rise to the occasion with Sizzla Kalungi. Get your tickets at Gina's Pharmacy, Portmore, Fesco, Ferry, Beechwood Avenue, and Stony Hill. Signature Styles, Central Plaza, Halfway Tree, Wicks by Gray, McMaster, Super Center, Kaya Herb House, Kingston, and St. Anne. Or online at risetotheoccasionlive.com. Pre-sale tickets $6,500 General, VIP $13,500.
Rise to the occasion, look at yourself and say you're strong. No one can stop you.
On high school pitch side, we move to the Powerade Team Talk, starting with the Powerade tip of the week. Everybody is different. Some players sweat more than others. Learn how much Powerade you personally need to drink by tracking how you feel before and after games. Clarendon College are aiming to persevere and excel under their new coach, Darren Anderson. We have more in this week's Powerade Team Talk.
Clarendon College are progressing through the season without adding any pressure of lifting silverware. For new head coach Darren Anderson, he's adjusting to his role game by game.
Most definitely, as I said, just to make my own mark as a coach. Step out of my comfort zone, so to speak, manning cup. and venture in a new environment, which I'm enjoying the cool weather, and we're winning games, and that's one of the most important things. And I can see the kids transitioning each game, each level we go. They're stepping up. I mean, we have a young bunch, and we look forward to having them for the next 3 years. And kudos to them. I mean, they are doing well so far, and they will continue to do well.
The former Hydel coach is focused on adding his touch to the smooth passing game instilled by his predecessor Lenny Hyde. Anderson's philosophy is a high-press system he hopes will reflect in this team.
I put my mark on it without saying much, because if I say much, and then you would know what to expect and when to. But most definitely, a twist from where I'm coming from to here, and I combine both style and both philosophy, and I mean, you see the fruit of it. I mean, most people never really expect us to be on one of the unbeaten, but the 3 teams right now. But we are moving on now, as the Jefferson said, to good times.
Well, the progress that I have seen so far, it's good. It's good. A lot of personal issues, but I think the players are coming on. They're adapting to the coach's instructions and on and off the field. So I think going forward, I think they'll do fairly well.
It's very good because he's a very good coach, Come out here and teach us right all the time. And you follow instruction well.
The squad is a young one, with at least 9 players qualified to play at the under-16 level. While not attaching the favourites tag to themselves, they don't consider themselves to be underdogs.
I don't like the terminology on that. Nevertheless, I mean, competitive. I mean, everybody know me as a coach and my philosophy and where football is concerned. Age is just a number for me and the kids. I mean, we are going for every game just the same, to win, to win, to win.
Justin Haynes is one of Clarendon College's leading scorers, netting 5 of his team's 30 goals this season. He says reggae boy Kaheem Dixon, who was a standout for Clarendon College, is his inspiration.
He went out there, get called up, always performing. That inspired me enough.
Does you keep contact with him?
Yeah, talk over the phone. Told me that focus every minute. You are the senior man, so you can't make players in slack up.
CC have only conceded 2 goals so far this season, making them one of the top defensive teams. They take pride in maintaining clean sheets.
Well, I feel very happy about that, as I know it's a goal set from before the season.
The strongest area of the pitch is the forward line, to be honest, but the defensive line has been great since season. The goalkeepers have been doing fairly well. I think most clean sheets for the season, Clarendon College goalkeeper has it.
Next up for Clarendon College is Port Antonio High, who they face at home in the final round of 32 game. A draw will be good enough to see them through, as they lead Group 6 with 4 points, with Dintil second trailing on goal difference.
Every dream conquered is another dream gained. I land and I fly again like a jet plane. Headed straight in your direction, 'cause I'm wiser, one step closer. I'm winning 'cause I work so hard, and the music keeps on playing, and the people them I say we are my show tonight. Oh, what a feeling! Don't stop dreaming. Keep on believing in the power of the feeling. Whatever you want, take a chance. Song in your heart, step in your dance. You got a spark, don't put it down. Shine your lights
A mammogram can shape your motherhood. The Jamaica Cancer Society, helping women now. Visit the website at jcs.live. Early detection saves lives.
It's time!
Welcome to High School Pitchside. We have another fascinating episode for you.
more matches, more big clashes.
Let's talk about some of the big rivalries coming up this week.
More of your favorite features. CVM Television is the official broadcaster of ISSA Schoolboy Football 2025. Unauthorized recording, broadcast or streaming of matches or related events is strictly prohibited. CVM Sports ISSA Schoolboy Football is brought to you by KFC, Ping Pong, Catch, Water, Pringles, True Shake, Powerade, Burt's Auto Parts.
Good afternoon again, viewers. Apologies from us here at CVM. Some technical difficulties prevented us from bringing you some early coverage in this game, but we're back live and exclusive for this matchup between Manchester High and Glenmuir. As you can see, it's scoreline here from Manchester High. Glenmuir with the early lead, and Manchester putting on some pressure, and a shot coming in early that's blocked very well by Glenmuir. Action well and truly underway. Lyle Anthony Golding and Giovanni Brady providing your commentary here this afternoon.
Glenmuir, as we go back to the game, dominating possession here. Manchester High School looking to work their way back into the game. Work their way rather back into the game.
Ball down the left, now into the box, cleared very well by Manchester High, and the ball is out of touch for a throw-in. Manchester on the screen now in brown and yellow. Glenmuir in the red and white stripes. All kits, of course, provided by official kit sponsor Soccer Express, sponsoring all our kits this season in schoolboy football. Throw-in taken. Looking towards the box here. Manchester still looking to put some pressure and try and work their way back into this contest.
Going into this game, Lyle, I always thought that Manchester High School, if they are to prove themselves to be the superior team in the Costa Cup, they needed to not merely win here today, but have a proper performance to show that the early dominance into the Costa Cup in the first round, you know, is something that they can maintain, something that they can sustain going all throughout the Costa Cup.
Indeed, and we saw there Glenmuir driving down that right side, trying to add a second goal to this game. But I definitely agree that this Manchester team, for those who do not know, record-breaking Manchester High team, more goals than anyone in the history of the Da Costa Cup in round one, breaking their own record. It was jointly held by Rosizas. Once again though, Glenmuir looking to come forward themselves. Good tackle in the midfield as Manchester win it back. But only temporarily as the ball is out of touch for a Glenmuir throw. But both these teams very prolific. From Glenmuir's perspective, I mean, only Mannings, Ocherius and Manchester scored more goals than them in the first round. They bagged 42. Since then they've gone on to score the most goals in the round of 32 with 14 through their first two games. They're already up 1-0 here, so two very high scoring teams. As Glenmuir once again driving down this right side, he's all the way into the box, he pulls it back! And the strike coming in from Rain Watson, their captain and their leading goal scorer, flies over the bar.
Wonderful build-up play there from Glenmuir. Something that they're known for, you know, these Clarendon teams coming down the right-hand side. Rain Watson not managing to put that one on target. Someone of his caliber, someone that has scored as much goals as he has scored so far this season. You're expecting him to do a bit better right there.
Indeed, maybe just got a bit under it with the Glenmuir number 9, as you see Coach Andrew Peart barking out instructions.
Very animated on the touchline.
As we take another look at this, lovely work down the left from Earl Miller. Beats one and then another, using his pace wonderfully well.
Just probably leaning back there a bit.
Indeed.
You know, when you lean back over those strikes, they tend to go a bit higher than you expect them to go, not find the back of the net.
The bar, indeed. As you can see here, Kamari Ray just receiving some attention on the touchlines. he should be all right to continue as he takes this throw in. Going all the way down the line is going to be easy enough for Jaleja Ward in goal for Manchester, who goes long now. Glenmuir win the first ball, but it goes straight out of touch. It's actually kept in though. Glenmuir in possession once more, looking to play the ball into the midfield.
Wonderful spread there by Devoney Gordon.
Very good spread. Glenmuir looking to come down this right side once more. It's been where majority of their threat has come from. Now they switched over to the left. It's to Carney Allen. Looking for options and now driving it, spearing it towards the other side. A couple of lovely switches, but that time Oriel Miller just took his eyes off it at the crucial moment, but I think it did take a nick, and so does the assistant. It's going to be a Glenmuir throw.
Glenmuir here looking to establish on their early dominance in the game. Quick throw in.
Taken quick, and there was I believe there was an arm there, and the referee saw it as well. Orion Watson. It's unfortunate the ball struck him, but the arm was in an unnatural position, so it's going to be a Manchester free kick. 22 minutes played. And they're currently leading this contest at Manchester High by 1-0. And that goal was indeed scored by Orion Watson, their leading goal scorer. 3 minutes into this contest. So he's up to 22 goals on the season as, again, it's Oriel Miller down the right side trying to create. That time he couldn't find his marksman, and Manchester on it once again.
Manchester High School here looking to go long. Every chance they get to go long. Javante Gordon, their marksman, trying to hold up play.
Does well that time, absolutely. Barges the play over, but the pass is a poor one. It's intercepted well by Glenmuir, and they fashion a counter-attack here. Dustin Cohen out wide. Good press from Manchester High. Forcing Watson backwards, and now Glenmuir will look to switch over to this left side. It's Allen once again, looking for the ball into the feet of Watson. Manchester High so far, the past 5 or so minutes, very compact, trying to ensure they don't go 2 goals down here as the cross comes in. I tell you what, Oriel Miller was adamant that it's a corner kick, and I think he's actually won it here. Another opportunity for Glenmuir to provide some pressure against this Manchester defence.
Schools from Clarendon have a way, Lyle, of controlling games, controlling tempo, controlling play. And since you've joined here, that's what we've been seeing from Glenmuir, controlling the game, controlling play. Manchester High School trying to break on the counter. Glenmuir with a corner. Let's see what they can produce from this.
In swinging corner coming up from Kamari Ray. Corner is played into a good area. Misses that first contact, and Manchester are able to get it clear. But very good defending initially by Glenmuir to win it back. So their ball back towards the Manchester box is cleared away well, but out. I believe it went out for a Glenmuir throw.
What we can see from Glenmuir here is that ability to swarm the ball whenever they're not in possession, to win it back quickly. You know, turning over the ball as quickly as they can to attack Manchester High School again. Manchester not being able to hold on to play. You know, to play those passes on the ground, to do what they want to do, what we've seen them do in the first round so far. Not being able to settle it.
They've won it back here though. Manchester High on it with Reynolds. Very good play. The centre of the park now, playing it out wide. Again, they're looking for that direct ball into the strike hand. That's a flying challenge that came in from Conroy nicely. Nothing nice about that one. And the referee immediately just having a word with the Glenmuir centre half. I think just a bit reckless that time. Did win the ball, but taking a look at it here, Giovanni. Oh yeah.
That's very dangerous.
Way too high with the foot that time.
Out of control. That's what you deem a reckless tackle and rightful free kick given to Manchester High School.
No yellow card given, no yellow cards just yet in this game. A very very promising opportunity for Manchester High. Reynolds standing over it. Quite a few players, but it is going to be Reynolds who drives it towards goal. Fairly easy for Justin Murray. Batted it down and then claimed it, and now he's got Glenmuir away on the counter-attack.
Real Miller.
Very good play from Miller once again, and he has been so far the main force driving them forward on this right side. Glenmuir still in possession. Manchester trying to press high, trying to win it back. And that time the press actually does very well. Here is Gordon. That's very good hold-up play by Javante Gordon. Just allowing his team some time, some breathing room to get up the pitch.
Battling with Kamari Gray there. You know, as a facet of the modern game, you need your centre forward or your striker to be able to hold up that play. If you're not able to play the ball on the ground, you need to have that outlet ball over the top. And the former Mount Pleasant man doing fairly well so far, not winning every duel, but you'll never win every duel.
Indeed. Glenmuir once again win it back inside their own half. Good play in the midfield by Ray. Control was just lacking at that crucial moment. Manchester able to clear it away. That time it was Flemings who got it out. Jordan Flemings, Manchester High's chief creator this season, 9 assists, leads the team. And a poor touch that time from James Wellington. But Manchester High, as we mentioned, record-breaking goal scorer Javante Gordon with 28 goals so far this season. Second top goal scorer for Manchester, Orion Wright, actually did not start this game, starting on the bench. So they do have options should they need a goal late. What an option he is to come off the bench. But here is Gordon once again driving inside on that right foot, picking out a lovely pass if they can keep it in. Here's Flemings. He's got options in the box. He's forced out wide, couple step overs. Now tries to get it inside. Oh, it's a brilliant turn and a good strike as well, and he forces the save out of Justin Murray. Shaun Reynolds that time.
But that play all originates from Javante Gordon. Brilliant play on the left here to make that switch, to get Manchester High School rather into the Glenmuir penalty box. Wonderful switch to get Manchester High School into the Glenmuir penalty box. And then forcing a lovely save, lovely bit of skill there. You know, in order to win games, in order to score goals, you have to get shots on target. Manchester High School doing that there. You can't be shot shy.
Reynolds certainly wasn't, as they take the corner kick short. Big chop and a good ball into the box. Fantastic area. And I tell you what, Vidal was arriving. But unfortunately for them, for Manchester High, and Jail McKenzie could make something of that opportunity as we tick over into half an hour played here. A lovely drop of the shoulder, dug out the cross. As I said, very good area, great defensive header. And then the acrobatic effort from Jaleel McKenzie couldn't direct it goalwards. And the goal kick by Justin Morris taken long. Not the best defending, but he got there in the end. Gets it clear, only as far as a shirt in red and white. Now Glenmuir once again looking to build. Put together some possession in the middle third. Good composed play there by Reed. Getting it into the feet of his attacker, but he's crowded out. Again, these are the moments where Manchester High have to keep hold of it, and they've done so brilliantly that time. Here is Gordon. Got men in the box. Again, cutting silence to that right foot, back onto the left. Gordon taking on all comers. And I tell you what, I think the referee is having a word with him here for simulation, because he went down. And the referee has not pointed to the penalty spot, having a stern talking to us. We're taking a look at it, Giovanni.
Lovely bit of skill here by the 17-year-old. Cuts inside. 3 players there for him to beat. That one seems very close. The referee closer to it than I was, definitely. So, another good call.
Ferocious challenge coming in. That time it was.
But you need those type of players, though. You need those players who very fleet-footed. When they get into the box, defenders get panicky, make rash decisions. Not going his way just now, but if Manchester High School are to pull level in this game, you'll need to see more of that going forward.
Yeah, and it didn't receive a yellow card, as we're just waiting on a replacement ball. Didn't receive a booking for that. I think the referee just saw it as more of a coming together. There definitely was a bit of contact, but Gordon went down too easily in the eyes of our referee. But as you said, he is their main man.
Didn't receive a booking, but did receive a stern warning.
Yeah, he did.
The next best thing to a booking.
As you can see pictured on your screen, the umbrellas here in Manchester, the rain has been fairly consistent. Again, Manchester looking to go direct over the top that time. Gordon couldn't meet the pass with his run. Good distribution there from Murray and fantastic play from Wellington, who's looking to drive it down the line. Once again, here is Miller. Stops in his tracks, now looks to face up his defender, gets a lovely ball into the box and it misses everyone. Into a gorgeous area. Glenmuir still on it. Can they fashion another opportunity? Fantastic challenge, but still Glenmuir in possession. There's Gordon. Out wide once again. And he's absolutely been barged off the ball there, Wellington. And it's Reynolds who's driving Manchester forward. Gordon's in the box. Reynolds, step overs, looking to drive down the line. Face to face with Wellington once again. And his ball into the box is right into the arms of Justin Moore. And I tell you what, Wellington's recovery there was fantastic to get over and face up his man.
Yeah, doing a bit too much there, I don't know. Getting the ball, but not a lot of options. You could see him gesticulating, saying, you know, where are the options?
Again, not much options for Manchester as they try to come forward as Glenmuir win it back. And they've got options here on this left side. Ball over the top, looking for Binns. Checks in onto that right foot, just riding the challenge and electing to retain possession. Lovely ball into the box, and again, it just misses everyone. And this one is going to spill out. Well, I thought it was going to spill out for a goal kick, but they've actually kept it in here, Manchester High. And they will look to build out from the back themselves. And they've lost it in a very, very poor position. I tell you what, it was poor play there from Devontae Vidal. Tried to get past his man, Aurel Miller, and then lost out on possession. You can't be doing that in your own third.
Aurel Miller, known to be a talismanic forward, doing the defensive work here. Being taken out by Vidal, that's definitely a foul. I can say for sure on that one.
And another opportunity for Kamari Ray to potentially get a ball into the box.
Still 1-0 here. Glenmuir looking to increase on that lead.
He left a lot of space at goal here, and he's going to take the shot and try and beat out Ward at his near post. But in the end, didn't get enough power on that one.
Very close, but Ward at his near post. Definitely had that one covered. You see how he confidently let that one run out for a goal kick. Not too worried any at all.
Yeah, he left him the space and then immediately started to shift over. Maybe just tried to bait out the shot from Kamari Ray.
Trying to pull a cheeky one there.
Lovely flick. And Manchester High come forward once more. Oh, it's more fantastic play here. Could this be the equalizer for Manchester High? But at the crucial moment, Mackenzie, his touch evades him. They've still got it. They've won it back here. But more fantastic defending from Glenmuir. And Devontae Gordon throws his body in front of it and wins back possession. Now Glenmuir on the attack once more. Well, that's a brilliant switch of play and a lovely first touch to boot. He's now up against two players. He cuts inside on that right foot. He's still going here. Ball in behind into a lovely area for Watson. Back into the center of the box. There it's off the post. And it's surely a goal, and it is. Ricardo Binns turns it in at the far post after Watson couldn't finish at the first time of asking. But their lead is doubled. 35 minutes in, it's Glenmuir 2, Manchester High 0.
Brilliant play there from Glenmuir. Watson didn't have to do much, simple tapping at the back post. Off the bar initially. Phenomenal play. Glenmuir doing what we've seen them do consistently throughout the Costa Cup this season. Perfect so far in the second round, and they plan to be perfect. Lovely take there.
Wellington.
There's not much that you can say. Dribbles inside. Phenomenal. Brilliant switch of play. Can't convert the first time. Watson.
But Ricardo Binns was there to clean it up. So unlucky there, Watson. I tell you what, Binns started the move. He received that switch. Lovely first touch. Played it across to the right. And he was rewarded for that fantastic play with a goal of his own. Wasn't to be goal number 23 on the season for Orion Watson, but I'll tell you what.
Still heavily involved, as he always is for Glenmuir.
Indeed, but it is the 8th goal of the season for Ricardo Binns. 2nd goal of the day for Glenmuir and Manchester High. It's not quite a mountain to climb yet, but it certainly is a fairly steep hill.
In a situation like this, I think definitely Manchester High School being 2 goals down, but they are at home, so they'll need the home support to be that 12th man. They'll need the home support to galvanize them.
Oof, that's a stray arm there. And Troy and Flemings, referee saw it, blew for a free kick. No booking, I think there wasn't any malicious intent in that one. And Glenmuir once again take their free kick quickly, looking to get things underway. And if they are to get a 3rd goal here, Glenmuir, that could be devastating for Manchester High before half-time, and they're looking to do just that. Lovely interplay. It's a fantastic block from the Manchester High defence, and they eventually get it clear.
Dustin Cohen being left totally free there in the box. I don't know if Manchester High School wants to make a habit of that, because usually he makes you pay for those types of mistakes.
The ball into the box once again from Glenmuir. Good defending, good goalkeeping actually from Ward. Came out, made it his. And an opportunity now for Manchester High on the counter-attack. Again, the ball in behind. Trying to go direct, but couldn't connect with Shaun Reynolds.
If Manchester High School are to get anything from this game, there are quite a number of attacks that they've had down the right-hand side of Glenmuir. So that seems to be their best path to go. Talking about the right-hand side, they make a long switch there now.
Oh, it's a brilliant tackle. Tell you what, he did not think twice about that. James Wellington.
Troy Dean winning Manchester High. Well, it's a goal kick. Okay.
Thought as well it might have been a corner, but makes the tackle even better from James Wellington. Decisive defending, slid in. It's going to be another free kick here. This time it's a Manchester High free kick.
Manchester High School, they have shown flashes, in bursts, and they've played some okay football, but Glenmuir generally being the better team here today, and that can be reflected in the 2-0 scoreline.
Free kick taken short by Manchester. Lovely 1-2 here on this far side. He's not being closed down, and he tries to play the ball through the lines. It falls in the end to the man you really don't want it to fall to, but Javante Gordon, that time in an offside position.
As I was saying earlier, Manchester High School, if they are to prove that they can win the Costa Cup, they need a result from this game. Glenmuir, a very big team, a team that has gone on to win the Champions Cup, has knocked heavily on the door to win the Costa Cup. Manchester High School always dominant in the first round. They need to translate that dominance into not only victories, but convincing performances against this caliber, this type of opponent.
Definitely, I tend to agree with you there, Giovanni. There's another chance here, but again, more really good defending. That time it was nicely. And they are able to clear their lines. Poor touch in the midfield. Ball just ricocheting at the moment. Neither team settling into possession, but now a chance for Glenmuir to do so. As you mentioned, they do need to, even if they don't get a result here, they will advance from this group as one of the top 2 teams. Both these 2 teams entered this game on 6 points in Group 5 of the round of 32. So, however this result ends, both of these teams will be progressing to the round of 16. But as you mentioned earlier, it's more about the performance now for Manchester. Maybe proving to themselves that in these games against the bigger teams, there's a fantastic defensive challenge there from Denzel Watson. But in these games against the big teams, that they're able to stand toe-to-toe with them.
Manchester High School, a big team in their own right, but over the years, a lot of disappointment. In previous years, they've gone out to states in the finals. I think most recently they went out to, was Central in the semi-finals on penalties in the Costa Cup. They've not won a Ben Francis. So at under 19 level, senior if you want to call it that, because these are schoolboy football players, but at senior schoolboy football level, Manchester High School have flattered to deceive.
At all levels, really. No major success quite yet for Manchester High, and no major success just yet in this game as another great challenge coming in. The ball is coming towards the byline, and Glenmuir attacker there has been penalised. It was Aurel Miller. Manchester High escaped from that moment.
Glenmuir playing a very fast-paced game. Maybe definitely has to be direct instructions from Coach Peart, who we know is a veteran coach, despite his not having any grey hairs yet. But
again, they look to come forward with pace. Again, it's Miller down this right side, and he renews his battle with Damani Myers. That time, Manchester High's number 3 wins the battle. But he has been put under pressure all afternoon so far by Aurel Miller, who's a tough opponent. Aurel Miller, 11 goals and 6 assists this season in the Da Costa Cup. And part of a Glenmuir attack that has shared the goals around very, very well. Both he and Dustin Cohen entered this game with 11 goals. Both of them will certainly be looking to add to their tally here, add to Glenmuir's 2-goal lead. As that time, Watson just tried to drive the ball into the box low. Cleared well by Manchester, but again, Glenmuir winning that second ball, trying to come forward with pace, but now an opportunity once again for Manchester High and their captain, Messon. I don't think he was able to keep it in that time.
Miss hit pass there, and you could see his reaction from the ball left his foot. He knew it was a missed. It was a missed pass, a missed opportunity to really put Glenmuir on the back foot, have their defenders running backwards. We talk about Dustin Cohen, we talk about Aurel Miller. These are players that have played the Costa Cup, not their first season, not their second season, but have played the Costa Cup consistently, have even played in the Jamaica Premier League consistently. So there's a lot of experience here.
There's a ball over the top here into a very dangerous position. Again, that battle is a physical battle all afternoon. And he's done very, very well to win a free kick there. I think it's Ricardo Binns. And that's been a feature of this game, DJ Varney. Tough tackles flying in. Players barging into each other. Definitely been a hotly contested affair, but another opportunity here for Glenmuir and Kamari Ray from a very dangerous position.
Kamari Ray is not the first set piece he's standing over. He's going to swing this one into the box. These can be very challenging for goalkeepers to deal with. Glenmuir packing the box there, as you can see. Set pieces becoming a new facet of football, not only at the schoolboy football level, at the English Premier League level, at the Jamaica Premier League level. Let's see what Glenmuir can muster from this one.
Ray's free kick. Fizzing it into the box, it's punched away, and then the strike that came in from Dustin Cohen was blocked, and it's gone out for a corner kick to Glenmuir as we tick over into the 45th minute. And it will be 2 minutes of added time at the end of this first half as we take another look. Very good defending that time, denying the opportunity for a clear strike at goal. Kamari Ray will certainly have another opportunity here for an in-swinging corner. Ward has dealt with them well so far in terms of the set pieces. Can he deal with this one?
Coming to punch that one clear a while ago.
That was a low corner kick. It's going to be take 2 for Kamari Ray.
Not beating the first man there, but on the earlier effort, Ward coming out to punch, and if you can't catch it, the goalkeeping coach will always tell you, ensure that you punch it, get something on it. And he's managed to do that. Ward again standing over this in-swinging corner. In-swing goes into the box. Again, failing to beat the first man, failing to beat the near post.
And that time a swing and a miss from Kamari Ray, and Manchester High off the hook. With just about a minute to play here, can they find a goal before halftime? Kamari Ray ensuring that his team has the opportunity to get bodies behind the ball, booting that one out of the stadium. And we will have to indeed wait on a replacement ball, and I think that's as good a clearance you can ask for if you're a Glenmuir supporter, because there was an opportunity there for Manchester High to come away on the counter-attack. They were coming forward with numbers, but Kamari Ray made sure the attack was stopped before it could start. What we've seen so far in this first half, Giovanni, say a deserved 2-0 lead from Glenmuir?
A deserved 2-0 lead. Glenmuir, much the better team, playing very good football. Not that we're surprised or shocked by Glenmuir playing very good football. Watson, Miller, Dustin Cohen very much involved in the play so far. Manchester High School have been there and thereabouts, but not managing really and truly to trouble Glenmuir. They've had some openings down the right-hand side. They've attacked Glenmuir down the right-hand side, but not managing to.
Not managing to threaten at all as the referee blows his whistle, and that will be that for the first half of action here from Manchester High. As you heard from Giovanni, it's been pretty much as dominant as it gets for Glenmuir, defending well and taking their chances at the other end. Halftime scoreline here from Manchester. It's Manchester High 0, Glenmuir High 2. We'll be right back after this with first half highlights.
I know you weren't expecting to see me here. Now you can find your favorite chicken and snacks in the same place. It's true. Come on in.
Introducing the delicious combination of KFC fried chicken and Doritos nacho cheese. The KFC Doritos Zinger, a crunch that's finger-licking good.
Come on now, ping pong chairs, choo-choos, amazing, taste so good. Feed your cravings, chocolate rich. You'll be craving more and more and more and more. Here comes the craze. Ping pong chairs and choo-choos. Feed your cravings, you know you want to.
Now it's a party with ping pong.
Team, we need to pass the ball quicker, much quicker. And you need to make sure I'm the coach. And I'm the assistant coach. No. Your job is to bring the water and keep us hydrated. Matter of fact, where's the water? I've got it, coach.
Yo, friend, you're the voice of Alliant to represent for CVMC tapping. Me and the girl, them bubblegum. Me and the girl, them bubblegum.
Welcome back to CVM TV's live and exclusive coverage of the Da Costa Cup 2025 round of 32 halftime scoreline here from Manchester High. It's Manchester High 0, Glenmuir High 2, and we're going to take you quickly through the first half highlights in what's been a hotly contested battle between these two sides. And see here, it's been a lot of attack down this right side for Glenmuir. Fantastic run. That time from Ariel Miller, pulled it back to his marksman, Aaron Watson, but he just got under it at the crucial moment. One of the few opportunities here from Manchester High. A strike towards goal from Reynolds, comfortable enough for Justin Murray in goal for Glenmuir, and this was the second goal of the game for Glenmuir. Fantastic play from Binns on the right, first with the touch and then driving inside, playing it out wide. Cross into the box was fantastic. Watson couldn't convert, cannoned off the post, but that man at the back stick was rewarded for his initial work. Ricardo Binns with the goal, his 8th of the season. But Glenmuir again trying to come forward. Good interplay but a better block. Very good defending from Manchester High. And in the end, it was a first half where the stats pretty much told the story. 7 shots to 4 for Glenmuir High. Both teams with 2 shots on target, but crucially, Glenmuir making those shots on target turn into goals. 5 fouls to 3. It's been, as I said, a hotly contested game. No cards for either team just yet. 3 corners to Glenmuir to just 1 for Manchester High, and the possession is nearly split down the middle, but Glenmuir edging it at 52%. And that's going to be it for our halftime highlights and statistics. We're going to be back after this short break with second half action. Back after this.
I know you weren't expecting to see me here. Now you can find your favorite chicken and snacks in the same place. It's true. Come on in.
Introducing the delicious combination of KFC fried chicken and Doritos nacho cheese. The KFC Doritos Zinger, a crunch that's finger-licking good.
Thanks for staying with us on High School Pitchside. We move over to the debate. This week, Ronaldo and Gio will face off, and the question is, are there too many meaningless games in schoolboy football? So, here's the context. With most Manning Cup groups having a maximum of 2 strong teams, allowing them to dominate the groups, do you think? And you guys can expound.
Of
right?
course, of
All right,
course.
so the 1 minute begins, and I'm starting with Gio now.
I mean, listen, there can't be too many meaningless games because in order to finish the group, you have to beat somebody, right? so if you don't beat anybody, you can't finish top of the group. JC and KC or JC and Vauxhall or JC and Stats can't play themselves. They have to play some other teams. And gimmicks aside, we always talk about development. You know, when JC wants to recruit that next big player, it's probably going to be from a further school. So, I mean, they have to play that school to see that that player has ability and talent. You know, a lot of these schools that you see are competitive now. Not every player takes, what them take now? Not GSAT them take now. Them take now?
CXC?
CXC.
No, man. Pep, yes. Not every player takes Pep. It's not that all the good players take Pep and pass for JC. JC has to go out there and say, all right, cool, we'll go to school. All right, man, that ball, they look good in under 14 or 16. We'll take him. This other player look good, we'll take him. So, no, there are no such thing as meaningful games, and players need developing. The more football you play, that's proven, the better it is. So you have to play enough football to get good.
Okay,
so there's
time.
no such thing as
Time. Ronaldo, your 1 minute begins now.
Of course, I'm going to counter Giovanni and say that, yes, in my opinion, there are too many meaningless games in schoolboy football. I am not particularly fond of these 20-0s, these 15-0s, these 18 and 19-0s. You see, if it was 19-15, or 1920 or whatever, I could say fine, but the nils is what stands out to me.
Yeah.
So instead of Ronaldo Adams High is playing Janae Robinson High, and Ronaldo Adams didn't score, Janae gave us 11, why not we play Jamaica College? So that now boils down to fixtures.
Yeah.
And as we said, I think last season, Gio, we were making a comparison with the Champions League, the UEFA Champions League new format, whereas we don't have to wait until the round of 16 and the quarterfinals and the semifinals to get marquee matchups. That's what I would want to see, more of the marquee matchups earlier on in the season. And we spoke about this I think in episode 1 or 2 of Pitchside, we want to see marquee matchups earlier on.
Time. Gio, you do get a rebuttal.
Okay. So in order for we to see more marquee matchup, because alright, so when JC played Vauxhall, I keep on going back to that group, not picking on you guys. But when JC played Vauxhall, JC played Stats, aren't those marquee matchups?
Yeah, but those are not frequent, Giovanni.
But you're getting that well. Under regular circumstances.
Did you expect? Hold on. Did you expect Vauxhall to pose such a challenge coming into the season? No, you did not. So you can't use that as an example. That was an anomaly.
But based off your conversation or argument, we probably would not have seen Vauxhall play JC to know that this school's surprising us. Based on what you're saying, we shouldn't just cut them up because Vauxhall have the name.
Listen, we want to see KC, JC, Mona, Wolmers, etc.
Guys, time. I'm going to give my opinion and then I'm going to give, I have to give you the winner before I give my opinion. So, this round goes to, drumroll please. Ronaldo. Now let me explain. Team Naldo has won this week. I think, what's the score? 2-1?
2-1, yeah.
2-1, all right. Let me explain.
2-1?
Yeah, it's 2-1.
From the weeks.
The weeks.
It's a disgrace.
Let me explain. I do agree with you because one, this is an extracurricular activity. This is not professional football of any sort. That's one. Two, these are very young children. When they play these matches and you have those 20-0 score lines, one, it affects the psyche of the team that scored nothing, right? Or probably even scored 1. It does affect the psyche, and that is something that is repeated year after year after year, and then they get labeled.
We can, sorry to interject, Janae, but we see whereas sometimes it even results into violence.
Yes,
in
because
the Gainsted and George's match.
Yes, and no, it's true.
But that's an anomaly. That's not regular.
That's what we know of. That's what we know of.
Can't use that
nonetheless,
see it happen.
Nonetheless, yes, you're gonna have to see it happen. It's time for a break, and when we return, it's the Powerade Team Talk.
It's a disgrace.
Mammogram can shape your motherhood. The Jamaica Cancer Society, helping women now. Visit the website at jcs.live. Early detection saves lives.
Where it all begins. The quest to become great. Inspired by those who went before them, these 4 boys dream of playing in the ISSA schoolboy football competitions.
Will you score this for Casey? Will you score? It's a shot, it's a goal!
And it's a shot, and it's a goal! And Casey has won the Manning Cup, and they will play Clarendon College in the Olivia Shield.
Welcome back to CVM TV's live and exclusive coverage of 2025 the Costa Cup round of 32 action here live from Manchester High. Halftime scoreline is Manchester High 0, Glenmuir High 2, just moments away from the start of the second half. And in that first half, it was pretty much dominated in terms of an attacking sense by Glenmuir. And Lyle Anthony Golding here, joined once again by Giovanni Brady. Giovanni, in that first half, talk me through what your thoughts were overall on the first half from both teams. As just before we do that, we'll confirm a substitution here for Manchester High. Just looking to see, and we'll confirm who that was. But yeah, Matt, your thoughts on the first half, Giovanni?
First half, I thought Glenmuir were a much better team. Manchester High School, again, in instances, provided some threat to Glenmuir, but Glenmuir really and truly looking very, very comfortable. Manchester High School will need to up the tempo, up the passing, up the progression of the ball, getting not only into Glenmuir territory, but getting into Glenmuir territory in control in order to get something to try to, get a result from this game, because at the moment, they're heading to their first loss of the season.
Indeed, and coming into this game, in Group 5, as we're moments away from kickoff in the second half. Glenmuir came in leading the way with their superior goal difference. Both these teams are on 6 points entering this game. Glenmuir with a plus 13 goal difference, 14 goals scored, just 1 conceded. Manchester High this afternoon was their first goal conceded in the second round. Coming into this game, 5 goals scored, none conceded. But both of these teams will go through to the round of 16 as they beat both Alphonsus Davis and St. Mary High in their previous games. So this, a matchup to decide the top of the table in Group 5. And as things stand, it looks like it's going to be all Glenmuir. For Manchester High to finish this game topping the group, they need a victory. Because if they were to get a draw, the superior goal difference of Glenmuir would ensure that they remain top of the group.
We need just the likes of Javante Gordon, Jaleel McKenzie, Shaun Reynolds, really step up in the second half, take the fight to Glenmuir, threaten the Glenmuir goal, and get a result. Manchester High School needing that very much.
So we're back on the way in the second half after a couple of pump fakes on the kickoff. But again, Glenmuir immediately looking to fly into the ascendancy. Tackles flying in early, as we saw in that first half as well. It's 1 back by Watson, skips away from one challenge and then away from the other. Referee playing advantage for the moment as Glenmuir still have it. Now down the right side, it's 1 back. Or it's a good tackle rather by Manchester High's number 19, Troydian Flemings, out for a Glenmuir High throw.
Phenomenal play there from Marine Watson, just dropping deep into that midfield, winning that ball, dribbling, setting up Miller on the right-hand side, who wins a throw-in for Glenmuir. Glenmuir still in the ascendancy though.
The throw-in was taken long. Watson tried to throw a boot at it. Glenmuir using that physicality that we saw them use to such great avail in that first half, but losing out on possession. It's going to be a throw-in for Manchester High.
Manchester High School launching it into Glenmuir territory, attacking down that right-hand side. We pointed out that right-hand side earlier as a potential position of weakness for Glenmuir, but Manchester High School again unable to capitalize or to have a meaningful threat from that position.
Shaun Reynolds again, promising run, utilizing that pace, but at the vital moment his touch evaded him. And you saw at the back stick, Gordon was not happy as he thought the cross could have been played earlier. Nonetheless, Glenmuir escaped and now they're looking to drive forward, but it's gone out again, this time for a Glenmuir throw.
If Manchester High School are to get something from the game, you just look at what we've seen so far from we started watching down that right-hand side. The damage that they've done down that right-hand side. Earlier in the first half, a very good claim for a penalty from Javante Gordon coming down that right-hand side. So Manchester High School has to attack, but right now Glenmuir are the ones in possession.
Only momentarily cleared away. And Manchester High, Glenmuir winning the second ball though. Now they're on it. Brilliant 1-2 by Glenmuir. Now looking to drive down, lovely ball in behind, but good defensive work and another crunching challenge coming in. And that referee was quick to blow his whistle there, but I don't think there was actually too much malice in that challenge from either player. The referee having a word with Denzel Watson. And I think he's a bit unfortunate there to be penalized. Watson. We take another look at it. He was in behind. Good challenge, and then both players going for the ball, very aggressive.
Denzel Watson and Mackenzie there. Bit of a 50-50. But referee calling it in the favor of Manchester High School.
The free kick is taken long, headed away by Glenmuir, and again, they seem to be winning every second ball at the moment. Now looking to come down this right side. Miller again. Good challenge from Manchester High's number 20, who was the player that entered the fray at halftime.
Deontay Walker. Covering down that left-hand side. Aurel Miller has had the freedom since we've started. Watching Aurel Miller down that right-hand side has been very dangerous. Attacking, dribbling, very fleet-footed player. Manchester High School clearly recognizing that. Trying to stifle the supply line, trying to stifle his ability to come in and do something wide over the corner. Ward with
Corner
an
kick.
in-swinging corner to the back post, overhit.
Glenmuir keep it in though. Watson trying to drive away from the challenge, and again, that time it was won well by Messam, and now an opportunity perhaps for Manchester to come forward. It's cleared initially. Glenmuir back on it. Lovely touch there from Nicely. The centre back on an adventure into the box for Binns, pulls it across. Vital header to clear it away from Manchester High, but it's still in Glenmuir possession. Lovely spin. Can he shape to shoot? He does. He worked the space so well there, Dustin Cohen, but he was always leaning back and he got under strike that time.
Lovely twist and turn on the top of the 18 to fashion a shot. Manchester High School hearts in mouths there, I would assume. But Dustin Cohen not able to find the target, going over the crossbar. Glenmuir with the ball again. Glenmuir lion's share the possession so far in this first half. Manchester High School will not want to see that, as they're the team that are trailing. So they'll need to remedy that at some point in time in this first half, you'd like to think.
The second half, rather, has intercepted well by Manchester High. But again, Glenmuir, with that pressure, with the numbers game, in the attacking third, winning the ball back. Watson sticking with it, I know, playing it out wide. Again, a lot of physical coming together between the players on the left. And tell you what, Shaun Reynolds is adamant that he challenged Gordon fairly. The referee thought otherwise, and Manchester High will have a free kick. Excuse me, Glenmuir High will have a free kick here. And just to confirm, there was another substitution for Manchester High, as we'll take that after the free kick that is punched away very, very well. And now Manchester High looking to come away on the counter attack. They've got numbers if they can fashion this well enough. And that time just a mix up between the front line and Glenmuir afforded possession once again. And they look to drive it forward down the middle. Easy enough that time for Messam to clear it away. Lovely first touch from Gordon, but couldn't collect it the second time of asking. Manchester High still on it. Now ball played out to this right side.
Shaun Reynolds with a cross into the box. Dealt with fairly easily by Glenmuir, but Manchester High School winning it back.
Again, Glenmuir blasting it away from danger. And just at the moment, Manchester High in the last 2 to 3 minutes trying to force their way back into this game, trying to come forward and put some pressure on this Glenmuir defense, but nothing yet in the second half for Justin Murray in the Glenmuir goal to deal with. Manchester High throw on this near side, down the line, looking for the runner, but it's good defending from Ray, and he did so well there to win that free kick against Reynolds.
Reynolds being frustrated there, you can see, turning to the ref. But you get the impression from this Manchester High School team that if they are to come back into this game, it's going to be that long ball, it's going to be that ability to get the second ball, transition on this Glenmuir team. Glenmuir having dealt with that a lot so far.
Manchester High win it back very high up the pitch, but right at the moment where you thought they might have played it in behind, Glenmuir win it back. And now Glenmuir end-to-end stuff here, but the referee seeing something he didn't quite like. Calling for a pause in this game, I think, to change the ball.
Manchester High School, they need to do more when they get into Glenmuir territory. They've gotten into the territory on a lot of occasions. They've created situations, but they've not managed to execute. They've won the ball back here again in Glenmuir territory. But again, the same thing we just mentioned, not being able to turn those high turnovers or those counter-attacks into clear shots and goals. And at this moment in time, Glenmuir again, pretty comfortable. Manchester High School has to do more there.
And just to confirm the substitutions here, the players coming in, Dante Walker and Jatori Bailey for Manchester High. Glenmuir still on it, and another crunching challenge coming in. Still no yellow cards coming out from the referee that time, actually. Because the commentators curse, and a player is finally into the book. It's Devontae Bailey. Vidal, excuse me.
He seemed a bit upset at that one, but I'm not sure how he can be upset. Challenge from behind, blindsiding the player. Definitely a yellow card all day, every day, and especially on a Saturday.
Especially on a Saturday.
Definitely a yellow card there.
I think he's a bit angry because he did get something on the ball, but he went through the player to do so. Another opportunity for Ray over the set piece, but he instead goes out wide. Now it's swung into the box, cleared away by the first man. Headed back towards goal. And Glenmuir do so well to win that ball back and then just using his body to ease a player off, but Manchester High defending valiantly and in numbers at the moment, and it gives them possession back. And now can they turn and counter? Looking for the ball out wide, and that I think sums up Manchester's afternoon so far. Very, very poor pass when they had an opportunity to build an attack. Just taking their eyes off the ball.
I think what Manchester High School may need also in this first game, Lal, is just a bit of possession to build confidence. You know, when you're chasing the game, the ball is not in your possession, you're chasing shadows. It can damage your confidence, it can damage your ability to keep the ball. Sometimes you just need a few touches before you make that final pass, just to build your confidence. I don't think Manchester High School look very confident right now, especially when trying to execute that final pass. Again, attacking down that right-hand side, their left.
Now play down this left side. Again, very good defending from Glenmuir, and he wins the free kick to boot. And that's been really and truly the story for Glenmuir defensively. When it comes to those 1v1 battles, that time, Conroy nicely. When they come face to face with Manchester High players, physically putting their body in good positions to win free kicks. Didn't win one that time, and Manchester High, one of the few occasions they've been able to win the ball back high up the pitch. Here is Reynolds playing it infield. Again, Manchester High lose out. Glenmuir win it back, only for the moment.
Dustin Cohen unable to keep it there.
Now Manchester High, again, down this left flank, plays it out wide. Another fantastic challenge, brilliantly timed by James Wellington. Throw-in taken quickly and then headed away by Nicely. And as a unit and individually, this Glenmuir High defense performing admirably 56 minutes into this game.
Only conceding one goal so far in the second round. Had a bit of a wobble at the ending of the first round. Losing to Kempsey, losing to Garvey Maceo, dropping some key points there. They were already through by that time, but still, if you want to prove that you're the best team in the Costa Cup, you have to be dominant all the time.
As a long throw is taken and headed out for
goal kick.
Actually, it's going to be a goal kick here, and I'm not too sure about that one because I thought for sure it came off Conroy Nicely, but the referee thought otherwise, and like you said in the first half, he's closer than us. Goal kick to Glenmuir, but like you said, in that first round, Glenmuir High, in their last couple of games, struggling just a bit, but again, facing very, very good competition. The defending champion in Garvey Maceo, as we just break on that for a moment, but Glenmuir clear it away. Facing the defending champion in Garvey Maceo, facing a Kempsey team that currently still stand with a chance of making it to the round of 16. Two very good teams.
We're leading Garvey Maceo in that game 2-0 before Garvey Maceo coming back, showing why they're champions and winning that game 3-2.
Indeed.
Coach Peart wasn't very pleased with that performance, but they've so far remedied it in the second round. And they're looking to go through here as things stand. Perfect, 9 from 9, 1 goal conceded. You mentioned, I think it's 15 goals, their difference now.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely outstanding from Glenmuir.
For Glenmuir, it's now about ensuring that you see this game out, you keep your form going. Again, Manchester High tried to go direct in behind, then you win it back and then it's played out for a throw-in, but for Glenmuir High, see this game out because your performance has been very good and continue this form that you've been keeping into the round of 16. Again, Manchester High trying to stitch things together, but Javante Gordon can't find his man.
Was very lively in the first half, Gordon, but second half, he's very much cut. A lonely figure at the top of the park, not getting much service, dropping deep, trying to do what he can do, but he can only do so much.
Indeed, and
Gordon.
he's looking for support. Both to his left and his right. Here is support on the right in the form of Mackenzie. Tries to play it infield, but again, the link-up play is just lacking from Manchester High at the moment. They play the ball into the box, but there's nobody there to stitch things together.
Conrad Messam losing out there, having won the initial play.
And Watson, his pass cannoning into the referee, so it's going to be a drop ball here for Glenmuir as he tried to get out of the way there.
And he sees the light-heartedness in that moment.
Yeah. Referee Daniel Parchment has had quite a bit to do this afternoon. As I've mentioned on a few occasions, there's been tackles flying in wherever you look. A very, very physical encounter between two teams that have been outstanding so far in this year. And he's actually changed his mind here and given the drop ball to Manchester High. And now Manchester High with an opportunity here, maybe catching Glenmuir off guard, and they come down this left-hand side. There's players in the box. They get the ball into the box, cleared away though, well by Glenmuir. And now they look to turn and potentially play themselves out of pressure. I'm not too sure about the decision there from referee Parchment. Looked initially like he wanted to give the drop ball to Glenmuir, and then at the last moment changed his mind and gave it to Manchester High. But nonetheless, Glenmuir escaped the pressure for the moment. Here is the home team. Once again, Manchester trying to force their way in through that left side. But once again, clearance from Glenmuir is fantastic.
Brilliant hold-up play there from Arena Watson.
Watson doing well. Lovely first touch from Binns. Good defending though from Manchester High, and they escape the pressure. And now they look to go forward. Here's Reynolds playing it out wide again, looking for the run of Mackenzie. Going to battle with Kamari Ray, and that time winning the battle, getting the throw in for Manchester High.
Brilliant possession. High up into Glenmuir territory. Vidal, or Messam rather, with the throw in.
It's going to fall here for a Manchester player. It's now with Gordon. And he just snatched at that opportunity. Maybe a bit of frustration coming into play because he had more time, I think, than he realized.
Taking that one off the half volley. With regards to the throw-in, I just wonder if Manchester High School, if they want to launch those throw-ins into the box. Time is of the essence here. They're not winning.
Take another look at this very quickly. Ball just fell to Gordon. First touch was good, but again, he just snatched at the opportunity. Almost put his toe through it.
Had more time there than I think he thought he had. To get a cleaner shot, a cleaner strike off at goal to test the Glenmuir custodian.
Here is Binns losing out. But Glenmuir retaining possession. Winning that second ball as they've done all afternoon. 62 minutes played. Glenmuir again trying to come forward, trying to add to their 2-goal lead. Here's Kamari Ray. Lovely play, spearing it out to that right side. Can they keep it in? Miller did well to do so, but the defending was even better, and Manchester High win it back. But again, they win it back and give it immediately back to a player in red and white. Ball is going all over the place at the moment, and eventually gone up for a Manchester throw.
I'm just noticing here with Kamari Ray. He's a set-piece taker for Glenmuir, lovely left foot. But in possession, you can see him tucking all the way into midfield, almost to the right-hand side of midfield there just now. He is the left back. The inverted fullback, something that we've seen take prominence in football over the last 5 years. Pep Guardiola and his big Manchester City side. And Glenmuir seem to be employing some version or some variation of that tactic. Manchester High School getting to the box.
Getting to the box indeed, driving to the byline, and the shot. I think he had better options to perhaps pull it back, but Shaun Reynolds elected to go for the shot that time, and he just couldn't keep it down. And again, Justin Murray in goal for Glenmuir hasn't been made to make a save so far in the second half. You take another look at it. Flicked down header by Manchester High, comes to Reynolds. He took a look across the box. It actually might have been a cross, to be fair to him.
Deontay Walker winning that first header, flicking it on. Reynolds getting a shot. They've managed to get some shots in the last 5 minutes, but they need shots on target. They need more shots on target. They've not managed to test the goalkeeper. And if the goalkeeper is not tested, You need to give
score.
Yeah, you're never going to score. You need to give Glenmuir something to worry about.
As we're going to have a break in play here. Leave a chance for players to take on some hydration, as I think there's a player down off the ball. But with this break in play, it is Justin Murray, the Glenmuir High goalkeeper, who's down, just needing some attention, or maybe perhaps just giving his side an opportunity. Get some instructions from Andrew Peart. Get a brief break in play. But as we said, as things stand, the Group 5 standings, Glenmuir High, if things remain the same, will finish the group on 9 points and 16 goals scored. As we take a look here at that second goal of the game, Binns, fantastic work down that left side, speared it out wide before a lovely cross into the box, found the chest even of Orain Watson, who tried to divert it home. It came off the post, but Ricardo Binns rewarded for his brilliant work and was able to turn home Glenmuir High's second goal of this game with relative ease, and a goal that at the moment looks like it will see them towards top of Group 5 in the round of 32. As we mentioned earlier, Manchester High would need 3 goals as things stand if they are to finish atop Group 5. Obviously, no chance for Alphonsus Davis or St. Mary High to make it into the round of 16. They both lost their first 2 games against Glenmuir and Manchester High. And as things stand, if the scoreline does remain the same, Glenmuir would end up, as there's a chance here, it's clear that we are Manchester, they would end up in Group 3 of the round of 16. And quite interestingly for them, they would end up in that group with Garvey Maceo, a team they've played twice already this season, a team they've beaten by a scoreline of 4-0, but as you said earlier, did lose that second game by a scoreline of 3-2. So as the things stand with the scoreline, could see another clash between Glenmuir and Garvey Maceo if all the results elsewhere remain the same, as the ball goes out for a Manchester High goal kick. And for Manchester High, and before we get over to Manchester High, possibly there will be Dintil and Rossies in that Group 3 alongside Glenmuir and Garvey Maceo. So it would be an intriguing group to say the least, as once again Glenmuir look to come forward. They're forced backwards.
A lot of interesting narratives in that group. Lenny Hyde, currently coach of Dintil Technical, someone Glenmuir would be very familiar with, as he was the coach of those legendary Clarendon College teams that always seem to stop Glenmuir at the key moments in the season. So a lot of stories, a lot of narratives. That's why we love schoolboy football.
Indeed, as referee again blowing his whistle, and I think he's going to give a Glenmuir free kick here. Excuse me, a Manchester High free kick. Just asking for the ball from Jaleja Ward. It's actually going to be a drop ball for Manchester. And Ward comes across, makes it his, and now we'll look to go long. Cleared at the first attempt by Glenmuir. Headed back towards goal by Mackenzie. Could fall for Gordon here. Monte Gordon, lovely spin in the build. Now he plays it out wide. It's a shot from distance that's blocked. Comes back to Gordon though, and he's taken down. And it's going to be a free kick for Manchester High. Foul there by Dustin Cohen. And an opportunity, a rare opportunity from a set play for Manchester High to potentially get a shot at goal here.
Interesting to see who's going to stand up over this as you look at the highlights. Javante Gordon getting it on top, trying to make space, but fouled there, Dustin Cohen, giving away that foul. Manchester High School on top of the 18 in a dangerous area, dangerous position, trying to fashion a chance.
We see over the ball, Jatori Bailey, but also the two substitutes there, Dante Walker, Jatori Bailey, as well as, looks like the number 6, Daniel Bartley. So 3 players from Manchester High having an extended discussion about this one.
Earlier we saw a very creative set piece from Manchester High School. 3 players over the ball, all running over. Seems like we're in for something special.
It's going to be Bartley! Oh, what a goal! Daniel Bartley from distance blasts it home, and Manchester High all of a sudden are back into it, Giovanni.
Phenomenal, simply phenomenal strike. We saw 3 players over the ball. We knew we were in for something special, and something special indeed we did get. Phenomenal strike there. Goalkeeper left rooted at the spot. I don't know if it is that he saw that one late, but striking clean through, goalkeeper not moving. Manchester High School.
It just took a nick off the outside of the wall. It left Justin Murray with absolutely no chance. The keeper was left flat-footed as we're back on the way. But you'll take your luck any which way you get it from Manchester High, and they've won it back here. Can they look to fashion another quick chance as the ball in behind is a poor one? Now Glenmuir will look to get it clear, and they can. Fantastic strike nonetheless off that free kick.
20 minutes left in the game. What can Manchester High School muster? What can they do?
As Glenmuir, another massive coming together. Referee says nothing doing. And play still underway. Ball coming forward for Manchester High. And Justin Murray now can look to just take the sting out of this game. And once again, he goes down. And I think once again, he's going to need some attention here. Again, maybe I don't want to cast any aspersions on Justin Murray, but you've just conceded, potentially just trying to take some sting out of the game, trying to give his team an opportunity to catch their breath. Because Manchester High, after that goal, they look buoyed. They look like they want to get on the front foot and want to go on and win this game.
We mentioned earlier that it was important that Manchester High School got good possession, controlled possession, deep into the Glenmuir half. And that's what they did. They're resulting in a free kick. Taking a shot on target, on goal, as we mentioned. And getting a result. We look at that one again. Struck with absolute venom. Taking a deflection off the wall. Keeper moving the other way. He was flat-footed. There was no way he was getting to that. His wall was set up for the ball to come over. And he was guarding the right side of his goal. But the deflection off the wall just took him off guard there. Manchester High School 1, Glenmuir 2. We're getting some scores from the other games, or the final sets of games in the Costa Cup. Ochery is 3, Rossi's 1.
So Rossi is trailing by 3 goals to 1. If that result remains the same, Magati will go through ahead of the Russians. Huge developments there. Also, scoreline, because Magati lead Petersfield by 3 goals to 0. Tell you what, absolute intrigue coming out of Group 2, that is. And Rossi's High, who lost live on CVM TV against Magati. I mean, for them, they really and truly are against it right now. 3-1 down. They need to try and turn it around, or they're going out of the Da Costa Cup. As we're going to see substitutions here for Glenmuir. It's a number 7 for Glenmuir going off, replaced by number 5. It's Devonnie Gordon, and he is replaced by Tevin Ramdal. Play is back underway now.
Tevin Ramdal, the central midfielder, tough tackler. Glenmuir just trying to add some resolve, add some steel to that midfield. As they try to get forward, Rain Watson there fouled.
Scoreline still coming in the Costa Cup. Cornwall College leading Cedric Titus by 5 goals to 1. As we take another look at this free kick for Glenmuir, and Rain Watson trying his best to come away from the challenge of Daniel Bartley, the 2 goal scorers going head to head. And Bartley there giving him no chance to come away, and it's a chance here for a free kick. We just saw one going on the other end. Kamari Ray standing over this, as is Dustin Cohen. Looks like from the position it's shaped up for a left footer, and Ray has shown in this game he's got a wonderful left foot. He's showing the...
It would be some effort for him to put this one in the top bins. I'm definitely here for it. Yes. But it would be some effort, both him and Dustin Cohen. I think it's going to be Terrain that takes this one.
Kamari Ray's free kick. Eyeing it up. Taking the strike at goal straight into the wall. Wall doing its job. Glenmuir still on it. Manchester looking to put the pressure on, and the press does its job as they're able to get things clear. But Glenmuir win another free kick. That time are coming together between the substitute Ramdal
and Denzel Watson.
As things stand, more scorelines in the Costa Cup. McGrath leading William Nib by a scoreline of 2 goals to 0. Cornwall College turning 5 into 6. Their lead now 6-1 as they look to book their spot in the round of 16. Free kick here for Glenmuir as things still have not been fully decided in Group 5. Manchester High need 2 goals to overtake Glenmuir. Glenmuir will certainly be looking to... They might try and hold on to this lead. They might try and add a third of their own and kill off this game. Here's Kamari Ray just digging that one to the back post. I think it's gone up for a goal kick. Yes, it has, as the flicked on header there by the substitute Randall. Couldn't find his man. Goal kick taken by Manchester High. They win the second ball. And now they look to drive down this right side. Here's Mackenzie. Ray's foot was high. Mackenzie might be able to get back on it. But good recovery defending, and now Mackenzie goes down. It was a strong challenge from Kamari Ray. I think Mackenzie might need a bit of treatment here.
Based on his posture, he may just be a bit winded.
As we take another look at it here, Giovanni.
Yes. Right in the mid-rift, in the mid-area, so just a bit winded. He wasn't holding any particular area, so
hopefully he is able to continue. And just to confirm, there was a yellow card for that earlier challenge from Daniel Bartley that led to the free kick for Kamari Ray. So he's gone into the book. 2 Manchester High players now yellow carded. Didn't see a yellow card there for Kamari Ray. It's going to be a throw in here. Potential for a long one into the box. Bartley throws it towards the near post. It's cleared away, but it's out for a corner kick. Just over 12 minutes plus added time to play at the end of this game. Corner kick for Manchester High. Reynolds stands over it. They need a second goal, and they need it now. Lovely shape on the corner. Headed out only as far as a body in brown. Shapes to shoot, and he does from distance. Tipped over the bar, I think, by Justin Murray. Actually, no, the referee says he didn't get a touch on it. It's gone up for a goal kick.
But again, phenomenal strike there. Phenomenal, simply phenomenal strike. Had Justin Murray worried there for a second, moving to his left, try to get that one over. The referee was right, he didn't touch that one, but brilliant stuff here from Manchester High School, who have really grown into the game as the game has progressed.
Since that goal, as they've got another chance here, it's a chance to shoot! Oh, it's another fantastic goal from Manchester High! Shaun Reynolds with an arrowing shot off that left boot. And we have a game here, ladies and gentlemen. It's Manchester High 2, Glenmuir High 2.
And you can see what this means to the Manchester High School massive. I spoke it up earlier. Manchester High need a result from this game. They need to build that resolve, to build that belief. And moments like those, brilliant strike there produced by Shaun Reynolds is just what is needed to build that belief. Phenomenal strike. Ball one here, brilliant one. He creates his own luck there. He gets it back, puts it on his left foot, strikes clean through, and Ward has no chance there. Right into the bottom right. Brilliant strike. Manchester High School, signs of life, fighting back from 2 goals down. Manchester High School 2, Glenmuir 2, and we have a game on our hands here, Lyle.
We indeed do have a game on our hands. I said it just before the corner kick came in. They need a second and they need it how? And they're looking for a third to potentially go on and win this game. This record-breaking goal-scoring Manchester High team now looking to come forward. They've got men at the back post. It's another shot at goal. And Justin Murray positioned very well for that one. But in a flash, the tone of this game has changed. The crowd is into it. And Manchester High again looking to come forward. That time, it goes out of play. It was nearly a third.
And there is something in this game for Manchester High School. We spoke about Glenmuir in the first round, losing key games, losing from a winning position against Garvey Maceo. You can play on that psyche, you can play on that unsurety in this team to see if you're also lucky, you can get a victory from this game too. Manchester High School. And that first goal, you can just see that they've been buoyed by that first goal. They're attacking with more intent, better play. They're pressing Glenmuir, winning that second ball a while ago. Very, 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 very important to win that second ball a while ago, which helps them to fashion that chance to level the game 2-2.
Free kick here for Glenmuir High, and again, another opportunity for them to take some sting out of the game, because from this position now, conceded 2 goals in quick succession as Jaleja Ward for Manchester High. Their goalkeeper is down, needed some attention. It's an opportunity for them maybe to take some sting out of this game, to get a chance to receive some instructions from Jonai Chambers.
Jonai Chambers, you're just calling his soldiers over to the touchline. If I was the coach, I'd be telling them that, guys, it's not over. We're still in this. We can still top the group. Because as we mentioned earlier, the superior goal difference of Glenmuir means a draw just won't do. You need all 3 points. And bigger than all 3 points, you need a statement, you need a message. A lot of persons question the caliber and the integrity of Manchester High School. Have not won a Ben Francis, have not won at the Costa Cup, have gone very close this season so far. Perfect, unbeaten. Accumulated a lot of goals in that first round. Unbeaten the second round. They need this result here. And what a scalp. What bigger scalp can you claim than Glenmuir?
Indeed, it would be a massive scalp. The defending Champions Cup holders. As you mentioned, record-breaking 76 goals in the first round for Manchester High. We thought that we were going to see more goals today from them. It took some time. It took until well into the second half. But Manchester High have arrived with 2 quite brilliant goals. The first a bit more fortunate, but the second from Shaun Reynolds, a moment of absolute class, a moment of brilliance, and a moment that they really and truly needed. Because with 7 minutes plus added time to play, they're in with a chance of topping this group and entering the round of 16 in flying form. Andrew Peart still has some instructions giving out to his charges.
We mentioned as the second half was about to begin that if they are to get a result from this game, we'll need to see the likes of Reynolds. We'll need to see the likes of Gordon. Gordon winning the free kick that led to that first goal. And Reynolds again with a brilliant piece of skill there to work it onto his left foot to get the equalizer. The big players coming to the party and turning up saying, listen, we are here and we are here to be counted. And that's what you love to see.
Shaun Reynolds, his 9th goal of the season. Might be up there with his best goal of the season. He's also got 8 assists for Manchester High. As you said, he is one of their premier attackers. One of the players that they look for to take charge. We still haven't seen a goal from their top marksman, from the top marksman in the competition. Javante Gordon, 28 goals so far this season, not yet made a significant impact this afternoon. And Glenmuir now looking to come forward themselves as another challenge coming in. This time it's a corner kick, one well. And Glenmuir substitute, Ronaldo Campbell. Full time, Ocho Rios 3, Rossies 1. A massive result for Ocho Rios. And Rossies are out. Ball into the box, cleared away, and then further clear by Manchester High. Back in by Glenmuir. Manchester though win it once more, and can they lead a counter-attack? It's a ball over the top. Gordon looking to challenge. Murray very composed there between the sticks, well out of his goal. Manchester High still looking to battle in this game, still looking to win the ball back. Here's Cohen. Great challenge in midfield there from Vidal, but Glenmuir win it back. Was about to be entering stuff there, but a free kick calls a halt to play, and it's a Glenmuir free kick. The last thing you need if you're a Manchester High player or supporter here. Free kick set to be taken.
You'd imagine that there will be a bit of stoppage after the 90 minutes. And if there is stoppage, I mean there is time to get potentially a late winner. Top of the group, still to play for. Both of these teams already progressed, as we've stated earlier, but bragging rights and a chance to go into that round of 16 as group winners, very important.
Free kick. Swung towards the edge of the box and flicked on. The keeper will come and claim this. He's lost it though. Referee called for a free kick, and I think that was indeed a foul for a coming together between Kamari Ray and Jalasia Ward. Free kick was swung in by Glenmuir substitute O'Neill Headley, who's also come on.
Kamari Ray coming the worst off there, getting some treatment now.
Yeah, and if you're a Glenmuir fan or a Glenmuir player, this is exactly what you need. Just another stoppage in play, more time coming off the clock. As Ray committed fully to that one, went down, not looking the most comfortable, and now requiring treatment. Manchester High. Can they find a third? Can they find a winner that would turn them into group winners in the round of 32? And that would be vital.
We've spoken a lot about Manchester High School and what this result would mean to them. But Glenmuir, on the other hand, having led this game 2-0, having looked comfortable, having controlled Manchester High School for a lot of the game, to turn around and concede 2 goals within 15 minutes, what do you think will be going through Coach Peart and the players' minds?
I mean, it's a result that, as you said, will be giving them flashbacks of their game against Gary Maceo, where they were leading and went on to lose. But this is a game where, mentality-wise, you have to be able to be mentally tough, mentally strong, and know that despite the fact that you've given up your 2-goal lead here, you've got to, I think the most crucial thing for them is holding out, finishing this game at 2-2 and remaining top of the group, because even though, as you said, Manchester High have struggled, and I think Kamari Ray is going to have to be taken off here, Manchester High have struggled beyond the initial round of the DaCosta Cup. They've struggled when it gets into the deeper phases, even though this is a team that hasn't yet won anything major in under-19 schoolboy football. This is a Manchester High team that has been exceptional this season, that has scored more goals than any team in history in the first round of the DaCosta Cup. This is a team that can go out and score goals against anybody. So I think for Glenmuir, they knew coming into this game it would not be easy. They knew that this is a team that can go out and can hurt them, and they have hurt them. But I think the most crucial thing at this point for Glenmuir and for Andrew Peart is that you maintain this result and you end this game and you end this group on top. But Manchester High will have something to say about it. Once again, looking to come forward, it's flicked on, but only as far as a body in red and white. Messam things remain the same, Glenmuir will end up in Group 3 with Gary Maceo, Dintil and Magotty. But Manchester High looking to come forward. Manchester High, if things stay the same, will end up in Group 4 as a challenge coming in. They're still on it here. On another challenge flying in. I tell you what, he's riling up the crowd now. Troy Dan Flemings.
He smells there's something in the water for Manchester High School here. He smells that there's a victory for Manchester High School here, and based off what we've seen in the last 20 minutes, I do believe him. We shouldn't doubt him.
Troy Dan Flemings, Manchester High's leading assist maker this season. 9 assists, and now just looking to get the crowd into it. Shaun Reynolds G'ing up the crowd. Everyone in brown and yellow of Manchester willing this ball into the goal as we tick over into the 90th minute. Is there a winner here for Manchester High? Reynolds stands over it. Going to be an outswinger with his right foot. Manchester High committing players forward. A draw does nothing for them. They need the victory. Reynolds free kick towards the back stick. It misses everyone. Mackenzie's there though, looking to recycle play. Checks onto that right foot, now drives infield. 7 minutes of time added on at the end of this game. 7 minutes for Manchester High to find a goal. 7 minutes for Glenmuir to hold on to top spot in this group.
Manchester High School still in possession. That corner didn't end how I think they would have wanted it to end, but there's time on the clock, 7 minutes, of which we're into the 91st. Still time to go. Still enough time here for them and the 11th man, their home support, to will that ball into the back of the net to get that crucial victory that would see them instead joining that Group 3 that we just mentioned earlier, with the likes of Magotty and Dintil.
A yellow card here is shown to Mackenzie, I think, for time wasting. And I mean, if you're of a Manchester persuasion, you're not the team that should be booked for time wasting here, as it's a booming throw into the box. It's not cleared well enough at the first time of asking by Glenmuir, but here is Watson trying to drive his team forward. He's lost possession though, and it's going to be another Manchester High throw. Down the line, into the box, looking for Gordon. Cleared again by Glenmuir. And now they boot it long towards the halfway line. I tell you what, that is fantastic attacking play there from Glenmuir to force an error from Manchester High and win the throw-in. And now a chance for them to make a foray forward, a chance for them to ensure that some time ticks off the clock. Here's Cohen, drives in field away from the challenge. Referee playing advantage. Fisher's tackle that came in. Cohen evaded it though, and now they look to drive forward. It's won by Messom. And Manchester High have an opportunity here to come forward. Oh, it's a flying tackle that came in. Luckily for Fleming, he evaded it. End-to-end stuff here. Glenmuir tried to come forward. Tackles flying in wherever you look. But he's played advantage. Glenmuir in behind. They take an early strike. What a save! Fantastic stop from Jaleja Ward. He was at full stretch, and he ensures that his team remains in this game. Glenmuir corner.
Orion Watson there, dropping deep, linking with Orel Miller, who takes a fantastic shot off his left foot, but Jaleel Ward comes up big, comes up trumps. Big goalkeepers tend to do this in times of need, keeping Manchester High School in this game. You see him punching the ground here. Phenomenal shot by the Manchester High School custodian.
He's got more to do here as Glenmuir with another opportunity to get the ball into the box. It's sold into a dangerous area. And Ward, I tell you what, he was there again where they needed him. And it's gone out, I think, for a Manchester High throw. And at the second time of asking, Jaleja Ward doing just about enough to keep his side in this game, give them a fighting chance. As we tick over towards the 94th minute, Manchester High have it in their own third. It's not exactly where you need it to be. And the ball has gone out for, I think, a Glenmuir throw.
It's important that Manchester High School don't concede here. Again, a win is the only thing that sees them topping the group. Glenmuir still going all out, still attacking, still looking to win. Long throw into the box.
Yeah, a goal for Glenmuir would kill off this game here as Miller tried to swivel and take the shot, which was blocked very well by the Manchester High captain, Conrad Messam, who's come up worse for wear.
Definitely not shot shy, Miller. Forcing a save earlier from Ward that led to the corner. And forcing another save there from Messam.
Glenmuir corner kick. As I said, a goal for Glenmuir here effectively kills this game off as a contest. Means Manchester High have pretty much no chance of ending this top of the group. Manchester High need a win. Glenmuir with the corner towards the back stick, headed back. Tried to head it back towards the goal, but it's gone wide. And Manchester High now with another opportunity to come forward. Ward launches it, trying to give his team an opportunity here, but and it's going to be another Glenmuir free kick as they lost out on that first ball. And Damani Myers chops down his man.
Ward tried to launch it long there, but he probably should have launched a bit longer.
Yeah, massive coming together. And Damani Myers was looking hopefully at the referee, hoping that he gets some reprieve, but in the end, he's afforded Glenmuir High with a golden opportunity.
I'm looking at Glenmuir here, 3 set pieces in the past 2 minutes, but as things stand, this result sees them going through to Group 3, top of the group, but there's no intent here to try to play for the corner, play for the draw, going for victory.
O'Neill Headley, I believe, is the player standing over this free kick, as is Dustin Cohen. Is indeed the number 15 for Glenmuir, joined by his number 10. It's Headley towards goal and over the top. Watched well by Ward. And just 1 minute to play, 1 minute for Manchester High to try and find a goal. And more storylines coming in from the DaCosta Cup round of 32. Cornwall College leading Cedric Titus, wait for it, by 10 goals to 1. Clarendon College leading Port Antonio by 3 goals to 0 as well. Big time games, big time matchups in the DaCosta Cup, live and exclusive on CVM TV as we see substitutions coming in from Manchester High. Final throw of the dice for John Chambers. I mean, crucial time.
O'Keefe Lambert there standing beside the subs. Big figurehead at Manchester High School in their football unit.
It's going to be O'Rain Wright finally coming onto the pitch. Second top goal scorer for Manchester High, 16 goals this season. Also coming on the pitch is Alwyn Freighter. But as we tick over into the 97th minute here, I'm not sure if they'll have enough time to make an impact here.
Final throw of the dice from Manchester High School.
Glenmuir High throw. Now they launch it long. Anywhere will do for Glenmuir as things stand. They remain top of the group. And that's fantastic attacking play from Ariel Miller. I think he just tried to shepherd it out, but he actually, not as fantastic as I initially thought, as it's gone up from Manchester High throw. Manchester High now going long. Trying to find a way forward. Reynolds wins another throw. He goes long himself. Down the pitch looking for O'Rain Wright. Another Manchester High throw. Surely now potentially their last chance of this game. They've got both their top goal scorers on the pitch. We've played 97 minutes plus here. Reynolds is down. Mackenzie goes over to take this throw in. Binga. And that is actually going to be that. The referee says there'll be no more time to take the throw. Glenmuir High finish the round of 32 top of Group 5. It wasn't easy, it wasn't straightforward, it wasn't simple, but in the end it was a 2-2 scoreline, a 2-2 draw that ensured that they finished Group 5 atop. Manchester High tried their best to come back into it, Giovanni, but tell me your thoughts quickly on this game.
Manchester High School should be very proud of the last 30 minutes of this game. Really showed effort, fight, spirit and bite. Coming from behind, drawing this game to all. Not enough to top the group, but enough to lift their spirits and give them some belief as they head into the final 16.
As they head into the final 16 indeed. Final scoreline here from Manchester High. Manchester High 2, Glenmuir High 2. We'll be right back after this with full-time highlights.
Where it all begins. The quest to become great. Inspired by those who went before them, these 4 boys dream of playing in the ISSA schoolboy football competitions.
Will you score this for Casey? Will you score? It's a shot, it's a goal!
And it's a shot, and it's a goal! And KC has won the Manning Cup, and they will play Clarendon College in the Olivia Shield.
This Heroes Weekend, Sunday, October 19. The only place to be is Sabina Park for a rights to the occasion with Sizzla Kalungi. Get your tickets at Gina's Pharmacy, Portmore, Fesco, Ferry, Beechwood Avenue, and Stony Hill. Signature Styles, Central Plaza, Halfway Tree, Wicks by Gray, McMaster, Super Center, Kaya Herb House, Kingston, and St. Anne. Or online at risetotheoccasionlive.com. Pre-sale tickets $6,500 General, VIP $13,500.
Rise to the occasion, look at yourself and say you're strong. No one can stop you. Yeah.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Full-time scoreline from Manchester High. It's Manchester 2, Glenmuir High 2. Glenmuir High finishing Group 5 atop in the round of 32. I'm going to take you through full-time highlights here. We saw Glenmuir High in that first half dominating proceedings. Orel Miller, constant source of threat, pulled it back to Orion Watson. He couldn't grab his second of the game with that strike. The first inkling we had that Manchester High would have some threat over free kicks. That time it was Reynolds who tried to get it towards goal. Fantastic touch here for the second goal initially from Binns, driving past players wherever you look, dinking it out wide, and then the ball into the box was lovely. Watson tried to convert it, cannoned off the post. But I'll tell you what, when you work as well as Ricardo Binns did, you deserve a bit of luck. And luck he had in the right place at the right time to turn it home. That was for 2-0 to Glenmuir. And at that point, it was cruise control, and we thought for sure they'd go on to win this game. As another chance to end off the first half, another chance that time for Cohen. Crucial block there from Damani Myers. And then in the second half, we saw Manchester High finally come out of their shell, finally come towards the goal. And then this was their goal to get back into it. Took a nick off the wall, but what a strike from Daniel Bartley. Absolutely canonic goal where it's no chance for Justin Murray. Wrong-footed completely. And then this moment of magic from Shaun Reynolds wins the first header. And then lovely shift onto his left foot and bang! Into the bottom corner. No chance at all for Justin Murray at full stretch. Thunderbolt of a strike. And at that point, they were so nearly back into this game because the crowd were into it, they were into it, they came forward once again. This just moments after another strike at goal. Great positioning from Justin Murray. And that was probably the last major chance of the game for Manchester High. Fantastic save that from Justin Murray. But in the end, it would not be enough as Glenmuir High came out on top in the group. As we're going to go through the full-time stats. 12 shots to 10, a really even game at the end. 52% possession for Glenmuir High. No yellow cards for Glenmuir, 3 for Manchester High. And that is how it looks on the stat sheet. So we're going to go quickly to Janae for some full-time interviews.
Excitement and pandemonium here at Manchester High, Coach Chambers. And after the second half, your team looked very impressive. What changed at halftime?
Well, basically, I think in the first half, we played the name Glenmuir High School and not really our game. We made some adjustment second half, immediately at the halftime break, which seemed to pay dividend. In football, you have to be ready to fight, and that's what we did.
I'm glad you brought that up because your team showed real belief and composure after going down. How encouraging is that for you as a coach?
It is very encouraging because, as I would say to the players, halftime, football is all about character, and I want to see what character you guys have. We have had this season easy all along, basically. So this afternoon, Glenmuir gave us a real test, and I have to thank the Glenmuir team for that and the coaching staff. Really good game, and this is what football is all about. And it's all like a movie, it's entertainment. So we have to just play our part.
For sure, Coach. Do you feel like this performance sends a message about Manchester's ability to compete with the top teams?
Hopefully. To be honest, that was one of our objectives. When we finish this game after 90 minutes, we should send a statement to Jamaica that we're not just here to make up numbers this year. We're here to compete. And even though we have a young team, we want to go all the way.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, too.
And now we welcome Glenmuir High. Coach, your team started well and showed a lot of attacking intent early on. What stood out for you in the first half of the game?
I mean, we can put the game into perspective. The first half we really dominated, played, created a whole lot of chances. Should have took our chances from first half, which would enable us to have more control. But the second half we started off slow, and then we see that we conceded, and after we conceded, then the head dropped, and that's it.
I'm glad you brought that up because after the goal that was scored from Manchester High in the 70th minute, it looked as if you had to dig deep defensively. How proud are you of your boys in how they handle the latter stages of the match?
I mean, we are proud at the same time, but yet still disappointed because we cannot be leading 2-0 and give away 2 goals. Kudos to the Manchester team. I think they fought brilliantly, but also I think we should limit our mistakes going forward.
And Coach, Glenmuir has fallen short in some of their key fixtures this season. How do you ensure the team converts strong performances that can turn into wins?
It's just to regroup, recover and see how best we can tackle the next game, because every game from now on will be very hard, intense, and we just have to come again.
Thank you, Coach, and all the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
And now we welcome the man of the match from Manchester High, and he'll be awarded with the Zone F winners, Manchester High, that will be awarded with their trophy by Mr. Linvern Wright.
Congratulations, sir. Thank you very much. All right, good. That's it.
There you have it.
And there you have it indeed, both coaches, head coach of Manchester High and assistant coach of Glenmuir High. We're going to go through to the top striker of this game. Top striker of this game, presented by Bert Auto Parts, is the number 10 of Manchester High, Shaun Reynolds. As you see, strike there from the free kick was actually partly with the strike, but nonetheless, this goal from Reynolds was something quite special. Winning the header, showing that determination, dropped it onto his left foot, and bang, what a strike. Gave Manchester High a draw on the day. Would have wanted all 3 points, but nonetheless, his goal spectacular, his performance spectacular. Your top strike of the game, sponsored by Bert's Auto Parts, is the number 10 of Manchester High, Shaun Reynolds. Thank you one and all once again for tuning in to CVM TV's live and exclusive coverage of the Da Costa Cup 2025 round of 32. This was the final game in Group 5 of the round of 32. Glenmuir High end the group on top. Manchester High will also go through to the round of 16, but ensure you keep it locked to CVM TV for more action in schoolboy football throughout this season. I've been Anthony Golding, Giovanni Brady on analysis. Thank you so much, but that's it for now. Bye-bye.
CVM Sports ISSA Schoolboy Football is brought to you by KFC, Ping Pong, Catch, Water, Pringles, Shoe Shake, Powerade, Burt's Auto Parts.